What's inspired me to create Simply Stylist is just having this event where I see all of these amazing women networking, making new relationships, really getting their foot in the door of the fashion industry.
I wanted to create a community where you could come, meet new friends, network within the industry, and really build your career in this sort of environment.
That there needs to be more kind and loving people in the fashion industry, in the beauty industry. You know, it is cutthroat, but you can do this job, you can be in this industry in a very loving way.
I have lost count of how many Simply Stylists that I've been lucky enough to facilitate all of the wonderful panels today.
We had Jamie Chung, who is such a style inspiration. She's in all the magazines, just launched her blog called What the Chung.
I think that's how you get traction, is you know exactly what you are and what your voice is, and you know, people respond to that.
I'm a big fan of Simply Stylist. I think it's amazing that, you know, you're bringing women together and helping them achieve their dreams, essentially.
I think that this room is filled with people with so much potential, and I would just encourage you and have all of you dig really deep inside of you to see what your story is and what you can bring to the table to add value and to speak from your own personal voice.
We really were inspired by Jessica Minkoff. We thought that her story was super inspirational. She had a dream growing up, and that kind of led her into a different direction.
You can't foresee what's going to happen to you in the future, so you have to be open-minded about your end goal and what it is that you want to do, because you could learn along the way that there's something completely different out there.
I actually came here just to be inspired, to be around women who, you know, who have succeeded, who have found their way, and just to be inspired by their stories and get to know them and maybe get an idea of where I want to go and maybe meet people along the way who could help me get there.
For me, the biggest kind of eye-openers were definitely learning how to manage expectations and being able to manage employees. Also finding people who you really want to work with, who have the same kind of aesthetic as you do, and you know, being able to actually trust people and respect their taste level.
I really don't see this as a competitive industry personally. I don't think that there should be any competition between like Danielle and I, because if you give us both the same blazer, we're going to style it completely differently, respectfully. Yeah. I love our style, but we're going to style it totally different.
Every vendor that was here trying to sell their product was just so sweet, and I learned about so many new products out there on the market. It's just a wonderful thing to have, to educate everyone about what's actually out there.
Also, Josie, the editor-in-chief of Yahoo Style, was so passionate and so inspirational. Everyone was just on the edge of their seat listening to him, and he had so many great words of advice.
Oh, I think when you're looking at events like Simply Stylist, I mean, this did not exist at all when I started in this industry. And this is a great way to not only network with people who could potentially mentor you and influence you, but also people who are going to be with you in your rise during your entire career. I mean, I think just to find a gathering of like-minded individuals who share your passion is always a good thing.
You hustled to the point where it sounds like you didn't even know how you were going to eat that night.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, this is 20 plus years later, I am still hustling. Like, every day is a hustle, because when it's not a hustle, you're not doing something right. Like, I am literally hustling because you want to be better at everything that you do all the time. I think anytime, I don't care what you do, this is fashion, but you could be a doctor, you could be an accountant. The minute you become complacent in the thing that you do is when it all really just goes away.
He's done it all. He interned, he ran around town getting Starbucks coffee, and it just shows that persistence really does pay off.
But I always think networking is the person next to you, is a person that you're sitting with, is a person that's your roommate. It's a person that's also an assistant or just starting their blog at the same time, because every single person that I call on now for favors were people that I were assistants with, people that we struggled with, people that we had no money with, and we all rose up in the industry together. That's the people I'm calling upon.
This experience has been truly rewarding for me. I know that the attendees always leave change, they always are inspired, they always get so much good information and make such amazing connections.
The thing that really makes me happy that I took the leap and created Simply Stylist is seeing this room full of women that are just so excited and so inspired and so just ready to take over the world. And that is really why I started this company. And it happens at every event that I do. And this is, I think, our 9th one now. And it's just, you can't explain the feeling.